No banjo this time, guys. All right, so this is the video where you're going to be modifying and setting up your Excel spreadsheet to enable this system to do this, which is calculate all of your information automatically. If we change one line in this, what's going to happen is that the whole spreadsheet is going to change. So again, this is simulating an online training for you. I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes. So if you have two screens open, have your Excel spreadsheet open and this video, and see how I have my windows? I can go between them. When you need to do something, pause the video, go and do it. If you need to see it again, just go back, rewind a little bit. It's not hard. So you should have your whole planning options done, completely filled out. This is in the previous video. I'm going to be using my option B as an artist, living in an Inglewood home and driving my beautiful FJ40 from 1975. This is our initial set. So I was $13,620 in the green, which means that I'm not in debt, which is nice. On the bottom, you will see there is another tab. Yours doesn't say budget. I think it says sheet 1. To change that, you just click on it twice. Write budget or anything else as long as you can keep them straight. I won't mention names, but some of you have very creative names. So I'm on my budget sheet. First thing we're going to do is we are going to be using our sum function a lot. There's a couple of advanced formulas we're going to be putting in. So just make sure you do it exact. All right. Now, the sum button, we are going to be using that in this one green. This is our job yearly income. So I'm going to hit that sum. Now in the past video, we were only using numbers from the same sheet, but these numbers are on our planning sheet. The cool thing about Excel is down here, if I click on the planning options, I can now go to the salary for the year, 60,000. Now, if you look at the top box, it says sum planning options, so it's telling me it's on this sheet. When I click it, it tells me that's that cell D. If I go down, 12. Now, don't keep clicking. All you have to do is hit enter. And look at that. It pops right up into my box. If I go back to that planning sheet now and I do some more research and I find out, hey, you know what? It wasn't $5,000 a month. It's actually more like $7,500. So this one is 60,000 right now. Watch what happens. I hit enter. That changes to 9,000. I now have $43,000 on my budget sheet. Bada bing, 90,000. So this enables us to really customize the sheet so you can manipulate it to see how much income you actually need. All right, that's stage one. Income tax, another formula. So I'm going to click in the box I want it displayed. I'm going to hit my sum. Income tax is 30% is what we're going to work with. Now remember, to get rid of that highlight, just click the cell you want it to calculate from. Multiplication is a star. 30% as a decimal. 0.30. Can be 0.3 as well, that's fine. Now we hit enter. That's calculated. It's done. Going to go back to our planning sheet in a moment, but what we need to do is we want our vehicle cost. We go to sum. Now, I'm going to click on, just leave it, we're going to go back to my planning option. My yearly car cost, see it right down here, is $7,452. I click on that, just hit it, and then enter. It shows up. If you're finding that these numbers don't match, it probably has to do with you adding or clicking other cells. So I'm just going to redo this one. So see how it says B4, B12? Right now it's adding these two numbers. If I go over and I click on, I accidentally clicked that one and then that one. So I've clicked 2. See how it labels both of them? If I hit enter now, I get the wrong number. So we hit sum. All I want to do is pull that number over. Go over to my planning, click the one sheet. At the top, am I on E12, 14? Oh, I didn't hit sum. See, it wasn't working for me. So here, vehicle, sum. Should show up with something highlighted. Go back over, click it. There it says F14. Check F14, that's it. Hit enter, it's in there. Now for accommodation, do the same thing. I'm going to hit my sum. Now these numbers you probably had to work earlier. Don't worry about property tax, gas, electric. All of these numbers here are going to be from your, where are they from? They're going to be from D2L. It's listed there. Now this here says 10% upkeep. This is from the total cost of my house. So I click on that cell where I want it to be displayed. This is why we write down the total cost of our home. I'm going to click on that. I don't have the sum. Let's go back. See how it didn't show up? Sum. That's what I'm looking for. Back to my planning options. I'm going to click on the total price of my home right there. I'm going to hit enter. Now, that's the price of my home. So what you're going to do is double click. And now this brings up my formula. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this by 10% or 0.10. So here, this is my planning options G13. G13. That's my accommodation, my total house cost of purchase. And I'm going to multiply that by 0.1. So that's going to be $54,300. Okay, that may seem high. We can talk about that later on. Your living room and your bedroom. These are numbers that you are finding this week. See D2L for that. Food, entertainment, here's another 10%, right? So here we can also copy. No, we can't. Escape. Sorry guys, late. So here, this is the savings of my income. So when I go sum, I need to go all the way back up to my income. So now you see how I have the sum of B4 times 0.10, 10%. All right. These ones down here, the investment and the give, you can just put this into like a purple. That's going to be something we're going to do later. So there's your first column. This one takes a little back and forth. That's the hardest one though. Next column says part divided by whole. So what we need to do, the whole is going to be your income, this one right here. So we need to divide these numbers, all of them, by your income. Now this gets a little tricky, okay, because we want these cells to be linked. And I found a cheat on it. Not a cheat, I found the coding for it. It took me a little while. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to hit sum. Where's my sum? I'm going to hit the sum. Now, this is the number that I want to calculate the percentage of. So the part is going to be 27,000. Now, to divide it, we use the slash. It's the question mark key without the shift. To get this to work, we have to use the same cell for everything we copy down. The whole thing is to make this efficient. So what we're going to do is we're going to find what column and what row the number is that we want.